dedicated. So first things first, I want to just say thank you all. Thank you all. Like we got 11 subscribers. Shout out to us. Like, yes. And I know you don't understand the analytics and stuff, but long story short, the channel is doing really, really well so far. So thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot to even tell y'all who we are. So good morning. Sorry, it's early for me. It's 6:30 where we are. And welcome or welcome back to Divine Order YouTube channel. I'm your girl Brooklyn, and we have Mark Lee here, aka Clee Bob, aka Mar, aka, you feel me? Give it to him however you want to give it to him.
It's Mark Lee Bob in the building. You know what I'm saying? Ready to give you guys love, energy.
Yes.
Start your guys' week off perfect. Start you guys off with a bang. So, let's do it.
Dang, let's go. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So today's friendship is going to be about, I said today's friendship. Today's topic is going to be about friendships, man, because how many of us have them? Friends.
I got some friends.
Can depend on me too. I got some really, really good friends. All right, so letting go of the friends that no longer serve us. We're gonna start there. We're gonna start off heavy and then get light. Like that's how we gonna do it, like our days. So letting go of friends has probably been, I'm not gonna say challenging for me because easy for me to kind of like eliminate people or things or anything. But because some of my friends were so dear to my heart, that was a really hard process. And I want y'all to know, like, during your awakening, you're going to lose people. Sometimes it'd be the people closest to you. Like I told y'all in the last episode, I have friends for like a decade, almost two, and they're no longer in my life because once I elevated, it was kind of like, God was like, okay, you're going this way and they're going this way. So it's no more like this together. Which can be a little challenging, you feel me? Because it's like our friends are like our family. So you wake up and they're like a part of your day. And then when they're no longer a part of your day, that's when you know that your days are different. So facts.
Hey man, listen, when it comes to friends, at this point in my life, they're few and far between, right? I've been very selective the past 2 years, like I mentioned on Friday. And I gotta be honest, I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't know how to feel in terms of, is it good? Like, you know, I'm still in the phase where it's just like, those are still my friends. You know, there's still a lot of memories, a lot of good things about it. But that's the thing when you grow. When you grow, you have to just have the faith in the process. The process is what your purpose is, what you're growing to become. So after you've already analyzed the situation, you know, if you need to let go of people who are dragging you down, who aren't pushing you forward, you know, you're gonna have to let them go. It's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. Everybody grows in life. This is for your growth. You know, always make sure that when you're doing something, it's for the growth, for you to be a better person. And to be quite honest, like, if they're your friend, they would understand that. If they can't understand it, you know, and they give you a hard time, those probably weren't your friends, to be honest with you, to begin with, because a friend is somebody who wants to see you grow. They want to see you elevate just as much as they would want you to see them elevate in life, and vice versa, you know?
Right. Wow. That was a little personal for me. That hit me. I'm like, ooh, they will want to see you grow.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Yo, that's fast.
I mean, think about it. So let's get an example out in the open. So let's say that it's you and your friend, you know, let's say you've known each other 5 years, nice, solid amount of time. And your friend is going off to masters, to do a master's program on the other side of the country. All right. And you're still here. Boom. Okay. Now they say, yeah, so, I'm going out there. I'm going to go, improve on my life, be a better person. I'm now going to be a marine biologist helping the animals and, just living my life how I wanted to. You as a friend, you know what I mean? That's awesome. That's great. I want you to do that. I want you to fulfill your dreams. That's awesome. It's great. That's what a good friend is all about, support. The last thing you would want to hear when you're making a life-altering decision, something that's big, something that's really about to set your life on this course is, you're going across the country? Why? You can't just go to school here in Philly? I mean, yeah, I could, but that's the school that chose me. That's where my future is. Oh man, like, why do you have to leave? That sucks. I wish you would just stay in here. And all the doubt that's now going to be formed inside of you, it's not going to feel good, like, at all. And not really saying that that's a bad person, it's just their direction on where they feel like their goals lie for you as a person, that's just not aligned. And as a friend, you should want your friend to be comfortable because they're going through it. It's not easy to just move across the country. You're gonna want to, give them a good push. Like, I got you. It sucks that you're leaving, but I support you.
Right.
It's good. Yeah.
I think
We'll
that's
link up in the future.
right, in the future. But go ahead and do what you got to do for yourself now. Like, and that's important, especially to have that support for your friends and stuff like that. And that's important to pay attention to those red flags. Like you said, when people don't want you to go or don't want you to grow, just kind of limiting not only like you because of, just the limiting beliefs and stuff in their own mind. That's something to pay attention to because a lot of people get caught up in that. And that can happen with your family too. Like your family can have small minds and they're like, well, why would you want to da 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 da? And like, I dealt with that a little bit to where like, but I know for me it's more because it's like safety, like you're small, like, things like that. Because I wanted to go to college. Like I went to college in Maryland, but I wanted to go to Michigan. Honestly, I wanted to go out of like super, super far. Yeah, I wanted to go to Michigan because they got
Wolverine.
they got some of the best business schools. Well, business schools. They had the best business school, one of them back in the day. I'm not sure now, but they were like, no. And I was like, no, like, I gotta go, I gotta go. But a lot of people don't go. A lot of people listen to their friends and the family and stuff like that, and which holds them back. Like, you really can't do that. And it is important to pay attention to that in friendships. It really is, because you ever noted, like, you ever seen someone, because sometimes it's easier for you to see things from the outside, right? Like if somebody's in it, they're kind of blinded to them because like they're their friends, they love them, they kind of have a biased opinion about them. But you looking in from the outside, you can see certain things. Like you ever seen a relationship or a friendship or just anything, because friendships are relationships. And you're like, I don't think you should really be hanging out with her, or I don't think you should be hanging out with him because, or X, Y, and Z. And they're like, no, that's just my friend, da 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 da. But then you see them kind of start getting out of character, no longer acting like themselves, doing things that they don't usually do. And then it's like, well, I told you about da 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 da. And then like a little bit later down the line, this person and that person are no longer friends. The one that you already kind of knew about because you was like, that person's no good for you anyway. And then like things happen. So it's just like, I mean, not always bad things, but just things, things that can be avoided by just paying attention to the red flags and not trying to make them green because you're friends. So
I like that. I like that. That is definitely facts. And you know what else? What else I believe is usually the friend that goes out on the limb to tell the other friend, hey, this is what I feel like is going on, is usually the friend that gets the bad rap.
yep.
Usually the one
Yep.
that has to take the brunt of the force of, what are you talking about? Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, why you gotta say that? Like, come on, what are you talking about? Like, you're just putting stuff out there like that. Come on, it's not like that. usually you take the bad end. Like you're the one that's taking that's on that side, and you just gotta suck that up and just take the pains until everything comes to fruition. And by that time, it's already just like I've already sat on the sidelines, so watching everything happen. So that's usually a tough situation to have to deal with. That comes with being aware. The friend that's very, very aware is the friend that's going to take a brunt of the problems and relationships with other friends that you're connecting with. Usually, that's what happens.
Right.
Hard to navigate that, but with enough practice, you can learn how to communicate with everybody. But it's not easy. It takes a rare breed.
It does. And sometimes I wonder, like, because I don't know, I'm that friend, the one that like, girl, you tripping, da 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 da, you should da 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 da. But then I'm also that friend that they call like, girl, you was right. You know what I mean? Right. So I just be like, I tried to tell you that a whole 2 months ago, but go off. You feel me?
Because
Like,
at this point,
right,
it's
like
their
it is what it
decision.
is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's no, so like if I tell you something, you know what I mean? It's not coming from malice or anything like that. But you do gotta watch that because some people do. That'd be the only thing. That's so what I was gonna say is that even like is that something boundaries? Because that's the next one we're gonna get into. Boundaries. That's a part of boundaries in a sense, because it's like, okay, you still gotta allow people to live their lives, but if you see something that's like counterproductive or not conducive to someone's growth, especially a friend, do you speak up or do you not speak up? Like, does it depend on the friend? Does it depend on the situation? Like,
Hey, I'm gonna put it out there 100%. You got to live honestly in life. I mean, you got to be honest with yourself. If you're as honest with yourself as you plan to be, it's going to spill out into everything in life. Most likely your relationships, friendships included. So with that being said, if it's a group of friends and, so-and-so over here is talking about somebody who you're more close to, the main friend that connects you to, you tell your friend, hey, so-and-so was saying this about you. You're supposed to do that. Why? Because you overheard something that's detrimental to the main friendship here, and that needs to be addressed. Regardless, I feel like boundary-wise, honesty knows no bounds. There is no boundaries because with honesty, you know what I mean? So in that retrospect, I feel like it should run its course. Honesty should be something that's respected amongst friends regardless. Now, there are boundaries that we can speak on that are, but those are pretty obvious when we're talking about physical boundaries with friends. That's where you start getting into platonic friendships versus intimate friendships, things of that nature. Basically, I'd say most of my life, a lot of my friends, we've never talked about boundaries. That's not something that I ever remember even talking about. That's something that I don't remember ever talking about with any friend. Boundaries, like it's just like things just happen. You're one day you're just chilling, the next day you play fighting with a friend, and then depending on the situation, all of a sudden, like, what I'm saying, you push them the wrong way. It's like, why you hit me? Like, why you hit me like that? And then you start getting into an altercation. Now you two are fighting. It's like, but there was never any boundaries set. But growing up, that's how it always has been. Like, you just figure out as you go along, and that is an issue. That is an issue. And I guess that's just something that just needs to be done, because as a whole, that's not taught. Individually, that's something that just needs to be aware of and done in terms of, hey, I don't like to be pushed, or I don't like when you punch me in my arm. It's not an easy thing to do, especially in this world, because most likely you know what's going to happen. Like, if you say something to somebody and they playing around, like, why he bitching? You know what I mean? Oh, you can't take a little punch, bro. Like, come on, man, just a little punch. Yo, he always crying like a little baby. Nah, we're not gonna hang out with him. A lot of, a lot of like sticks. Like, I don't know the word. I lost. I don't know the word, but it's just a lot of, um, I think stereotyping of friendships, in terms of like how you should act in a friendship. And,
I
yeah.
feel like it's like that with everything. Like you should be like this as a cat, or you should be like this as a dog, or you should be like this as a woman, or you should be like this as a man. Or you should act like this in relationships, or you should want these things for like. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find something. My charger for the laptop for me die over here.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Definitely can't have that. I thought it was plugged
Give
up.
her
But
the juice.
it's so funny that you said that, because we were not taught boundaries, but I feel like that's also the pinnacle and the downfall of a lot of good friendships and relationships, because we weren't taught those tools. And I'm just like, bruh, like we could have literally had a simple conversation and it could have went completely different. Like, do you know how many people I know, like even our parents and stuff like that, right? Like I'll ask my mom, like, oh, have you talked to da da da? No, I ain't talked to her in years. I'm like, oh, how's she doing? Oh, I don't know. We da 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 da. Like it, I'm like, so why? I know it was something small. Even me, they like, you don't. I'm like, no. Like they like, why? I'm like, I don't know. She did something to me like 5 years ago, and I just can't remember. Like we never had the conversation. You know what I mean? Like we never had the conversation about it. We never had that open dialogue, set those boundaries. Like I didn't know what triggered her. She didn't know what triggered me. You feel me? Like something she probably could have did and she didn't even know, or I didn't even know, or just certain approaches and stuff like that. So I think it is important for us to teach ourselves first, and then I mean the other generations past us, they're long gone. Like it's cool, we're not even worried about them. But for us, and once we start having children, I think it's super important to set those boundaries, like teach that to our kids, like in friendships and relationships, knowing how to kind of speak up for themselves and stuff like that, because it's, I don't know, like I feel like we live in a world today where people just don't know how to communicate, or people like, and even what we talked about last time, like the boundary setting, and you had that analogy when the lady was coming into work. You understand what I'm saying? And she was upset because of something that had happened. And you was like, well, why is she being weird to me? Like not setting that boundary because you're taking everything personal. Like now you're inside of her space, taking your personal
Exactly.
stuff out in her space. You know what I mean? And it's like,
It's
no,
just, yeah, just because you think it's cool to enter
right,
the space because the boundary was never set. And
right.
that is the perfect segue into the intimate relationships. Because when we're talking about platonic and when we're talking about intimate, there is no line in this day and age. I mean,
Mm,
there isn't really a line, because as easily as you could just be chilling with your home, and um, you can move however you want to move, like whatever gender you want to like. My experience is just speaking on men and women. So men and women, boom, you got a girl over here and a guy over here. Y'all cool, chilling. Y'all probably went out a couple times, had some fun, chilled with y'all other friends, good old stuff. One day, y'all both chilling, took some shots. We going home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you walk me to the house? It's dark up there. You know how it be out here late at night. All right, I got you. Bang. Walking, talking, chilling. Oh yeah, what you wearing right there? That look cool. You usually don't dress like that. Yeah, I usually don't dress like this. Da, da, da. You know, having a nice conversation. Next thing you know, there could be a little arousal there, right? And this happens a lot. Now, it's not like that's not normal, right? The thing is, what's next? If there's no boundary, we usually know what happens next. Usually, usually what happens next is dang, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling wavy. shoot, I never really even moved this way, but I ain't gonna lie, she's looking real nice. Like maybe I should say something like, yeah, like, can I come inside chill? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired, man. Oh yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, I got you, dang. Now you chilling in there, relax. So I'm really feeling wavy. I'm feeling relaxed. Like, dang, I'm in here now. Oh yeah, I'll take a Kool-Aid. Yeah. Damn, like, whoa, that, you know what? She looking, wow, I never really peeped how she looked like. So yeah, you still talking to so-and-so? The conversation opens up. That's your man's though. You gonna speak like, oh, so-and-so? Nah, bro. He playing games with me. He don't want to spend. He don't want to buy me something. I bought him all this stuff. He don't want to buy. He playing games. I think he talking to his ex or something. Damn, that's crazy how he doing you like that, man. Damn. I thought he had you on locks. He treating you like that. You know what I'm saying? A couple minutes go by, a couple more. Damn, this is some good Kool-Aid. I'm tired. Hey, you want to throw on something on the Netflix or something, man? Like, oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, bang. Now y'all watch now y'all watching the new movie. You know what I'm saying? The new Doctor Strange movie on HBO. I'm saying now you're comfy. Dang. Relaxing, flipping the channels, and then all of a sudden it's just like I'm saying, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm saying, oh yeah. You got the heat on? All right, yeah. I'll just right here. That's cool. All right, cool. Man, how about later? You say next thing you know, you got hands on knees, feet on toes, neck on shoulder. The rest is history. I mean, do I have to explain? It pretty much turns into a scene, you know what I'm saying? And usually what comes with that is after everything usually is finished, right? You sit there and it's like, did that just like
happen?
like open season, no boundaries. And that is just how it is in the community. Like that is just what it is, just open season. Just, you know? And what that can do is you can look at a situation where a year down the line of the same situation, now you got beef. People got beef. You seeing somebody and somebody got a problem. Like, well, I think Bull is weird. Why you bringing him in? Like, we're not together. Why you acting like that? All of a situation that could have been avoided with a boundary is now turning into ties. You two were once these platonic friends that have now soul tied. So now he's moving as if he needs to nurture and take care of you, and everything in the way is a predator, is a threat, and he needs to attack. Because that's how we think when we are tied. And if that wasn't something that was already supposed to be brought in by the woman, what do we got here? Why is he acting like this? Why does he keep acting like? Why can't he stop acting like this? What is exactly the problem? And now you got a conundrum. You know what I mean? And it just continues to go on from there and there. And this all stems off of boundaries. You know, when is anybody going to think to say in a moment, you know, you can't come in. You should just go home, just relax.
But it used to be like that. So I'm trying to figure out where all the green and yo, like when I tell you, you just read me my whole fucking life, like I'm sitting here like, hey, you. Had to put myself in a basket because oh my God. That's crazy. Like, you know how many people, oh my gosh, like, come on. That's lit. Like the fact that everybody probably over there like, yo, I feel her because she feel him. Like he's spitting that shit because what? Yes, that's like society nowadays. And it's so unhealthy. I'm trying to figure out how we went from the red lights to the green lights. Like, and how do we get back to having those, hold on now, like you can't come in. You know what I mean? Actually taking that moment to really think like just really, really think. And I think that comes from just this world. Everything is just so like just fast. Everything is fast. People fast. Relationships fast. Shit, even mail is fast now. Like Amazon come the same day, bro. Like I order something right
Same
now,
day delivery.
same day. I'm like, all
Same
right,
day delivery.
I order it now and it's gonna be here by the time I get off work. Like I don't even gotta wait for my mail no more. Like I don't gotta wait to talk to nobody. I don't gotta wait. And I think that's where that comes from. Like we live in a world where everything is instant gratification, including relationships, which is why even, and this can go one of two ways, right? So again, you're friends, whatever the case may be, and then something happened, like you said, like that, literally that whole scenario. So now y'all, whatever, we ain't got to speak on that, right? So now y'all went from the platonic to the intimate. So in the intimate, it's like, okay, now what are we doing? Like, are we being intimate with other people? Or are we being intimate just with us? Or da 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 da? But
And that, sorry to cut you off, but that is also not talked about.
it's not,
We
and that's a
you
part of
make this
boundaries.
step.
It's a part of boundaries. It really is a part of boundaries. And I'm just thinking about all the relationships that I know that went left, even the relationships that I've been in that went left. And I'm just like, damn, all this shit could have been avoided if I would have set boundaries for myself, or if they would have set boundaries for themselves for me to respect. You understand what I'm saying? Because it go both ways. It's like I gotta set some shit for myself. You gotta set some things for yourself, and then we gotta respect those things. And that takes time. That takes work. And I know that now because I'm in something, a relationship. I'm in a relationship to where we have boundaries. We are creating boundaries because it started off like that. Like, are we just friends? Oh, I don't think. You know what? Okay, like, okay. Yeah, yeah, though. Okay, period. So what we doing? Like, so it was like no boundaries at all. I feel like even on both ends, like, and it's crazy because how many people go through that? Like, it's some people that's gonna watch this that's like, you know what, girl, hold on, because you feel me?
That's
Hold on,
facts.
because no, this is facts. Like, oh, it's all about the boundaries, sis. Because it is, yo, damn, you just said some shit. You was over there spitting. You was over there spitting. Cause that's facts. We gotta get into that. Now I gotta write down how to like what tools I use, what tools we can use, like besides just voicing your opinion, like knowing how to be gentle, knowing how to come up with that, like, and even knowing what boundaries to set. Because how you gonna set some boundaries that you don't even know in what areas you need to set them? Because it's not even just intimately setting boundaries, it's emotionally setting boundaries, spiritually setting boundaries. You know what I mean? Like
And
that's crazy.
what I could definitely say is that's not easy for especially men. Men that are growing up in the struggle, men that are growing up to survive. We already on survival mode. Survival mode is it's get it how you can get it, hustle. We're looking at you get what you can get when you can get it. It's not about to be a lot of games being played. So you're gonna get what you can get. You're gonna move how you're gonna move. If somebody is down, then you down. You get what you can get and you bounce. Or, you know, you try to see if you can do something, if you can build something. But most likely when you're young, you're not thinking about that, especially not settling down. Like that is almost like a taboo to even say that nowadays, like marriage. Like that word is like a curse word. Like nobody wants to hear it. Like meanwhile, that's what the world has been built on for thousands of years. But all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, how dare you? Marriage. Is that a ring? Wait. Is that an engagement ring or a promise ring? It's a promise ring. Thank you. Bring that over here. Bring that. Like, don't you dare, you know what I'm saying, think about that just being in it. I mean, you might get caught with one of those, babe, you eat your parfait? Oh my gosh, what's this in my parfait? This a ring? I've loved you for a long time now, and I feel as though this is definitely the time. We've been together for so long, and I just wanted to know, would you marry me? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's now the vision that I see. I don't see I don't see anything that has anything to do with tying any knots unless you're part of the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts club. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see it anymore. So now it's literally just, what would you call it? The wild. Everything is the wild. Relationships are the wild. Friendships are the wild. Just a bunch of instant gratifying, jungle. And in terms of friendships, it's like, I don't even know if you can even call things friendships anymore. Everything is so intertwined and connected.
Let's see what the actual definition, the Google definition of friendships are.
Let's go.
Because it's important to even ensure that we're articulating ourselves with the proper language, because a lot of these words do not belong to us. So I'm happy we're having these conversations, and I keep doing this with my mom too, right? Like she'll say something, I'm like, well, let's define it, and let's see if that's who we are, what it is, if we fit into the constraints of this word. So friendship, the emotions or conduct of friends, the state of being friends, a relationship between friends. Okay, friendly relation, a state of natural trust and support between allied nations. So a state of mutual trust and support between allied nations.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search what a friend is, since everything ties back to being a friend and the state of being a friend. What's a friend? Boom. A person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. And then we have a member of the Religious Society of Friends, a Quaker, which is Quaker, it's a whole different type of thing. But we're going to focus on somebody who has a bond of mutual affection, exclusive of sexual or family relations. That's where we start getting into how thin the line is. How thin is that line?
You see how thin that line is? They literally have it in the definition for it to be typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. Now, one, I don't like how they have sexual or family relations in the same construct. That's just me personally. That sounds very Quakerish. But
I don't even eat oatmeal like that. Hey, it must have been a reason. I ain't like that. But
I don't like that.
When we're listen, when we're talking about affection, right? Let's look at what affectionate friends are called, right? Just really dumb it down for ourselves. A boyfriend, a girlfriend. And then friend already has its definition. So now it starts making you think, what do we grow up as friends? What are they supposed to be like? What is a friend really supposed to be?
A companion. Now look at this, because I'm like, what is something that has a negative connotation, but shouldn't be looked at negatively? And you just talked about marriage, you just talked about companionship, togetherness. I'm like, okay, let me Google companion. So this is gonna blow your mind. A person or animal with whom one spends a lot of time or with whom one travels. One of a pair of things intended to complement or match each other. Which are basically
complement or match each other.
Exactly. And remember, we were talking about that yesterday. When you match somebody, you easily connect and gravitate with them. When you no longer match them, they easily fall off. So we're going to start, we have companionships. This is a companionship. we like, right. You see how like the words
You
that
take the word, you
powerful.
take friend from it, and then now I'm using companion. Now it's almost like, hmm, hmm,
And it has nothing
yeah.
to do with any type of relation, like sexual or none of that type of shit. Because the other one has something with family. So basically, it was saying like indicating a friendship had to be mutually exclusive to like sexual relations, family relations, or exclusivity. But honestly, that's not usually what friends are, because sometimes, like we said, like you ever just call someone your friend, but you don't hang out with them all the time, right? Or you don't see them all the time. You're like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. Like, no, that's a companion, because you compliment her or she compliments you. And even if you guys don't have to hang out all the time, but if you do, that's also fine, because that still be considered a companion, because a companion is someone that you spend time with and someone that you travel with, right? So it's like, but they're not a friend, because it's not someone who you're exclusive with. It's not someone who you're sexually involved with. And it's not someone who's in any type of family relationship to you. So I think that's going to be the new word for friendship. Yeah, we be bunking all these things.
That's crazy. But now it all makes sense. Everything I just said, that's what would happen with a friend.
Yep.
Like, duh.
Yep.
We've the cultures and life has just been showing us how to make friends, but not how to make companions.
Ooh, I didn't even think about it like that.
Like, we've been making friends our whole lives, best friends. We've been looking for the best friends, the best affection, exclusive out of everybody. We look for that. We just thrive for that.
Wow.
And if you decide for that person to be the opposite gender, and you make them exclusive over all the others, what you think is going to happen?
And
you literally
nowadays,
handpicked them.
literally, like, and personally, I know girlfriends that like was a thing and I didn't even know. So it don't even gotta be the opposite sex nowadays. Like the whole, what is it? We gonna call it the Rainbow Club, them Rainbow Club boys and them. You feel me? It's a lot of that going on too. Like, cause I don't even know all the letters, and I'm not about to disrespect nobody, because I got a lot of friends involved in that. You know, that's who they are, and I love them for that. But listen, that ain't me personally, and I don't want to disrespect nobody culture. But it's a lot of that going on too. And even in that community, like you said, the friend that we've been looking for the best of friends. That's crazy.
That's all we look for, like, you know?
And that's crazy. Yo, this is good. I can't wait to go back and watch this.
No, for real.
Because you're talking that shit.
Drink your water. Drink your water.
Listen, facts. I ain't got my big bottle today. I got my little bottle in my ashwagandha tea.
Hey, I told you, I'm gonna be investing in them gems. I've been looking online for a good supplier. I'm gonna have like 10 in the corner right here, and then the next video that pop up, I'm like, what's up, man? You feel me? So what's up?
Yeah. No, facts. Dang, that was good.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, companions are now the new wave. Companions are now the new wave. So now when you're looking and you're like interacting with people, it's all about how you compliment each other. Just that's the simplest way to look at it. Just how are you complimenting each other? And honestly, when you look at how you're complimenting each other, that weeds out a lot. I mean, you don't have to do too much work, because if you just stick by it, it's just like, that don't work. That's not work. Nope, that don't work. That don't work. Nope, nope, nope. It's just gonna be so much more fluid. You don't have to go backtrack. You know, you probably can end most crazy scenarios from happening, especially with people that want to approach you on a different type of time. You'll be able to catch that quick, because that vibe is really apparent. You know when somebody's trying to come at you. I mean,
right.
Nope, that don't compliment me.
Yep, don't even entertain it. And when that goes right into the next one, which is managing and making time for friends, right? Because that goes right into it. Like literally, he was like, all right, that on the line, boom, I don't got time for that. That don't align, boom, I don't got time for that. Like, and then if it does align, as us being adults and working and like we make time for this, right? Like I'm like, all right, cool. I get up and I make time. You get off work and you make time, right? Like this is a mutual agreement between our companionship. Cool. So how do you do that with other friends? Like how important is that?
I'm glad you asked that question. I'm gonna really just put this one out on the table. I am 27 years old. I'm not 7 anymore. Right. For all my friends that I met back in high school, college, back in the teenage, 13, it's not that anymore. Like I have 2 jobs. I trade. I'm trying to start a business. I'm about to probably get another job. There's no time. I don't even have time to sleep for myself. So anything that I do in terms of reconnecting, communicating, getting together, going out, I'm an adult. I have responsibilities. If I go out and I go hang out to go have some fun, what does that do to my day? Where can I fit that into my day? Does that interrupt my sleep for the next day? Because I don't want to ruin the next day. That's getting in the way of money. Is this affecting my money? Because if this doesn't help me gain the resources that I need to grow and thrive and live and survive, it's not worth it to me anymore. It doesn't, it's not worth it because nobody is here to go, oh, you went out to that party last night. You wasn't able to get up and do what you had to do. So here, we're going to pay you for today that you're not performing the right way. We're going to still pay you. We're going to give you everything that you feel like you deserve.
You typing on something?
Typing? No.
What's that? I can turn it again.
Nothing.
I don't know. It sounded like it was like covering the mic or something when you was talking.
Oh no, I'm right here. But do you need me to say it again?
Yeah, say it again. I don't know what sound like. It sound like ruffling in your background. It's so weird.
My bad. I don't know. Everything is just sitting on the stand. But so basically, you can't go into a workplace the next day after you done hung out and say, I'm not performing today because I was hanging out, with my friends like I always do. So pay me.
Right.
No, they're on you. You're done. Like, you need to make sure that you are being an adult and being responsible once you come of age. That's just what happens. And friendships need to match that. So when we're talking about time, basically what I'm gonna say is don't feel bad that you now have responsibilities and you're now an adult and you now have to handle your business. If you have children, now that you have children, that's just what comes with it, people who are truly going to be a companion in your life or even a friend or even a partner, they should understand. If they don't understand that life is all about growing and being the best version of yourself and, gathering your resources, things of that nature, shaka, done. You can't do it alone in life anyway. Why do it with somebody that's going to sit here and judge how life works? Like that, obviously, that's not good for you. It's just going to cause stress. Eliminate it. Just eliminate it. That's my piece. Eliminate it. Don't even do it. Your time is very valuable, and who you use your time on, it's a soul thing. It's a soul thing. Like, it will ruin you. Protect yourself. Protect your peace. Protect yourself. Choose wisely. But don't feel bad. Don't ever feel bad. Anybody, don't feel bad.
Yo.
No, don't just sit there.
Like, what? Like, yo, you dropping too many gems early in the AM. Like, good thing I finished my coffee first. I had to wake up. Like, you got me up now because what? That's a word. That should be a ritual. Like, yo, even down to like the soul, like soulmates are friend, like your friends can be your soul, or your companions can be your soulmates. Like you literally have to, like, if people are not like pouring life into you, they're draining you. Like there's no, like y'all either charging up or y'all depleting. And we all, like, we about to touch 30, like both of us. Like I turned 27 this year. Like we literally, like, in
Yeah,
less than 5.
just the other day, they were just looking at me, a couple of my guys that come through at my job and we chill. They were like, "Hey, Mark, listen, you 27, man, 30 right around the corner. You not young no more, bro." I'm just like, stop it. Like, why you gotta say all that? Bro? What's wrong with
You
you?
not.
Like, chill, bro. Like, but then I know it's like, dang, I'm not like my uncle. My uncle last year was like, "Hey, man, it's only downhill from here. 27, huh? Yeah, it's only downhill from here, buddy. You're gonna start waking up in the morning like, oh, my back. Dang, I must have lifted that box a little too in his hand and start walking around like, I gotta sit down. You know what I'm saying? You crack an egg, all of a sudden your fingers start twitching. It's like, my finger ain't never twitched. All I did was crack the egg. Like you pull a wallet out your back pocket, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to stick your finger in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that hurt. Damn. What happened? You bend down to put your shoe on. You stick your thumb in the back sole of your shoe, just to, pull it, and then that hurt. What's happening to me?
Yo,
Start getting real brittle out here, man.
everybody say that at 30. That's why
start getting real brittle.
if y'all don't listen, take care of yourselves. Detox.
What's that? She got the detox. Oh,
this is detox because
I need that.
You gotta detox your colon, you gotta detox your liver, you gotta detox your kidneys, you gotta fucking get your tea. I got the rest of my herbs. Listen, I got an old little medicine pill bottle like an old woman, and these is all my herbs. You feel me? I'm not snap crackling.
I'm next.
I'm gonna do a video on that this week. For real. I know Rice Krispies.
I never like Rice Krispies. I'll eat the Rice Krispie treats though. Slam and 50 cents at the corner store. Yeah. Always slamming. But yeah though, like,
but for real, you got
that's definitely facts.
You will be out here snap crackling and popping, man. You will. I'm trying to tell you, you will. Like, you will. You'll be out here snap crackling and popping. You make time for that. Outside of your companionships, make time for your health. I'm gonna do a video on that this week, and about the different herbs and stuff that people should be taking, especially as we get older, to protect our bodies, our skins from free radicals, and protecting our, like, just the collagen production, because people be worrying about wrinkles and all that type of shit. Like, I really want, like, I think my mom's asleep right now, but I really want y'all to see my mom. Like, people would not even think I was fucking 27. Like, I get carded everywhere. Like, she gets carded everywhere. Like, she's 50. Like, and she'll still smoke the shit out of me in a race. No cat.
Oh, you just hit me with a bomb. Cause I seen her.
Yeah. She's 50.
Hey y'all, I'm in shock. Just listen, y'all never seen her yet, but I'm shocked.
Yeah. 50.
Oh, your genes is nice.
Crazy. And she'll smoke me in a race. You forgot that part. And I'm talking about a dash. Like, she's a sprinter, like a dash. Like, listen, you got to take care of yourselves, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, we don't crack, but if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to start seeing a couple of rifts.
Yeah, but and people going out earlier and earlier. You keep seeing them people dying at 54, 57, and all that type of stuff. Like, expectancy is because people not taking care of themselves.
I'm not gonna lie, it's happening in the 40s, 30s. It's not even getting
Come
that far.
on.
So
And we
I don't
right
know.
here. We be talking about 30. We about to be 30 in a few years.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not how it used to be, especially food and stuff. But that's a whole nother topic, because if I start getting on food and the fact that I go get some herbs to go put in a soup that I want to make, and it costs $5 for a little bottle this bag because it's healthy. Like, health is expensive. And there's a
No, it's
reason for that.
not. You gotta go to the produce stores, not the grocery store. See, let me put y'all on to something, right?
Uh-oh.
The only reason,
Please.
yeah, because I'm about to give y'all some gems, because y'all gonna be like, mind blown. Go with, if you want organic fresh greens, fresh fruits, vegetables, all of that type of stuff, even herbs, go to the local produce store. There's one in every city. It don't matter where you are. Catch an Uber, catch a Lyft, catch a bus, and don't think it's expensive. Budget out. If it's just one person, $15 to $20. If it's two people, $25 to $35, and y'all be good for about 2 weeks. The only reason that it is so expensive at the grocery store is because at the grocery store, they have to add in shelf life tax, right? So at the produce store, you just getting your fruits and vegetables, which is why they're like 50 cents, $1, $2, maybe 3 or 4. At the grocery store, they're $6, $7, $8, because not only are you paying for the produce, but you're paying for the delivery. Not only are you paying for the delivery, but you're paying for the shelf life as well, the pretty presentations, the little cute little signs that they got, and all that extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to pay, you're going to pay extra at the grocery store for that reason only. And most of the shit is GMO and processed. Some of the stuff, now I'm not saying all, but some of the stuff, and depending on which one you go to, are local growers. Like, for instance, I used to, like, in Delaware, if you're in Delaware, and even Philly, because I was a gardener in Philly too. I used to be a part of the community over West Philly. They got over West Side in Delaware and West Philly when I was in Philly, because they have an urban garden there. They do hydroponic and aquaponic systems and all that shit in the hood, bro. I'm talking about niggas got peacocks and everything, like, no cap. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna put all that stuff in the description box below. I don't play when it comes to my health. When it comes to my urban, you feel me, communities, I don't be playing with none of that shit. And if you're in Delaware, it's 2 gardens. It's one over the north side, the northeast. You can go to, I used to grow squash and strawberries, fucking spinach, all of that stuff with my uncle, kale. And then there's another garden over on the west side at the West Side Pal. Everybody knows the West Side Pal. Like, everybody know the West Side Pal. If you from Delaware, you know the West Side Pal. And on the side of them is also another garden where you can get fresh green in the summertime. So the harvest, you feel me? We about to get back into it. Fresh greens. I'm talking about kale, Swiss chard. We was out there growing squash, melons, tomatoes, like everything that you need. The stuff that people be paying $5 and $6 for, like, no. Like, you're talking to somebody who is technically a single woman living, you feel me, paycheck to paycheck, basically. But no, I had to get my herbs. Like, and I know y'all can afford $20, $30 because y'all smoke weed and cigarettes. So I'm not trying to hear it.
Every day.
Every day. I'm not trying to hear it. Go talk that to somebody else. Y'all not about to play in my face. Like, yeah, it's like that. It's resources. Like, it's resources. That's why I be like, people be like, it's expensive. It's not. If you try to go to like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and all that type of shit and get the processed stuff, yeah, it's expensive. But for you to make a little acai, you know, smoothie bowl or a Buddha bowl or some shit, that shit costs less than $5, $10. And you can package them up. Like I said, put them in the freezer, put them in the fridge, whatever the case may be, for the week, and you're good. Like, you just
start doing that.
Right. And another thing I should do, stir fries. You know what? Because this is getting off topic and we're running out of time here because we coming up almost on our hour. I'll do that for y'all. I don't know if I want to do it. Do you want to do it together, or is that something that I'm gonna just do it by myself? Because you probably just gonna be like, what is she talking about? So I'm gonna do right.
I'm just gonna be writing it down. I'm with everybody else watching right now. Like, I'm about to be the healthiest man.
I got you. Yeah, my boyfriend loves that shit. He always be like, all right, I need some mushrooms. I need, like, if I don't cook and stuff like that, he's like, what's going on? Like, why does the fridge look like this? Like, where's the greens? Where's the vegetables? Like, keep it tight. I'd be like, listen, you wasn't even eating like this.
Yeah.
But now he's disappointed when we don't eat like that. So that's funny. But I'm gonna do that for y'all. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a topic on like natural food, where y'all can get it from, under budget, stuff like that.
And I just started my vegetarian journey, guys. So then and I still struggle. So, don't feel bad. You just keep pushing. I've been cutting out the meat. I've been cutting out the meats and stuff. I'm getting good now. I used to be somebody that eat meat whenever I want. I don't care now. I'm being honest now. I've probably eaten meat probably like 3 times the past month.
Oh, that's not bad. Wow, that's good.
It's not easy,
Good.
but I'm doing it. I'm cutting it down. I'm going weeks, and I'm just like, I ain't no chicken or nothing this fast.
That's probably why your ass is up like that, because you like alert as fuck right now.
The energy is different. That's one thing I can say. You stop eating a lot of processed foods and meats and stuff, everything changes. Like, it just turns you into a tree. You just have life.
Yo, you really do. Like, yo, you gotta treat your body like that. Like, your body literally is like and it's so, wow, it's funny that you said that, because I had that analogy yesterday, and I was thinking about my body as like a compost pile. I'm like, I feel like that's what it is. Like, and just imagine if you got a whole bunch of and I thought about it like a tree or a plant, and I'm like, I'm just throwing a whole bunch of like processed shit in my compost pile. I'm like, ugh, like I got disgusted by it. And then I'm like, damn, like I was doing that to my body. And I'm like, ugh, I got disgusted by it. And the fact that you just said that, like our bodies are literally trees. And like you say, you just feel like life. Like I just feel like a life. And just like, nah, that's true. Like, that's true. That's true. You gotta treat your body like that. All right, back to friendships, because we about to that's gonna be a topic for me. So y'all, we gonna wrap it up here. This was beautiful. Great day. Great day, and a great way to start the week.
For sure. Like, you get to go into the week now thinking, guys, who are my friends? All right. And basically, what value do they have in my life? Challenge yourself. I want everybody to challenge themselves. Look at your group of friends, guide you, and then start looking at the dynamic of friendships and companionships. All right. Companion is 2 people who have, what was it? The mutual interest.
Yes, mutual interest. Let me double check on
Friendships are tied through affection to sexual oriented as well. So yeah, weigh those 2, and by Friday, you know what I'm saying? This has been a couple weeks, or maybe you start going, yeah, about this weekend. I don't know. I have to reschedule.
You got a wristband? you got a wristband for the weekend?
Well, I can't get in. I can't get in for the free.
You can't come in if you have a wristband. No, I'm not gonna let you in for the free.
Oh, that's crazy. I
don't even know you.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't even like this little music park anyway. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm cracking up. And one more call to action is check on your strong companion this week. Okay. That's another call to action. Check on your strong companion after you weed out who's really for you, who's not really for you, who mutually, hold on, because we have to get this verbatim, because this is important. So who compliments you, right? Who matches your speed? Who is someone that you spend a lot of time with, someone that you love to travel with? Those are your companions. Check on them this week, okay? Check on them this week. Weed out anyone else who does not align. And that's it, y'all. That's the great way to start off the week. That was a
That's
real
it, man. Beautiful, man. Go out there and then and just discover, get it going. Check in, check in on your people, man. Life is life. Check in.
Always got to check in. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. And of course, share this video to one person who you feel like who needs the message. And until y'all, this hair, right? We'll get it. I'm about to redo it, y'all, because I feel like I'm always messing with it. Until next time.